wake.
Pump it up while your feet are stumping and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day. Pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump up the jam, pump it up, up.
The 25 breaks a couple of tackles. And look at him go! And look at him go! He could go all the way.
Hey, you, get out of our way because today is the day we will put you away.
It's fun to stay in the YMCA. It's fun to stay in the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready to rumble.
Pump up the jam, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it up.
Aggressive, be aggressive.
Simply en fuego.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Hopefully everyone's had a good day. I have not traded yet. I'm just getting in and breaking down all the charts as you can see. Seems like once again in the small cap world, now if you would have traded IMPP or whatever it was, IMPL I should say, I know we've traded IMPP before. Because I'd say, are you down with IMPP? And I'd say, you know me, because I love to short. Usually you'd short this back in the day. It had some green days. Anywho, back to IMPL. And we have this nice ascending triangle for the most part. Foreman, of course, had this takeoff out of nowhere that squeezed up from 60 cents to $1. Failed like 1, 2, now 3 times at $1. I would say if we crack this trend line, get back below, I'll go with this mark right about right here, sandwich area of about 87 cents or so. This will tumble on down. The way the VWAP has really rode up nicely with it so far, you typically see these crack back on off. So this is kind of looking a little archy here. And if we crack the VWAP, then crack 87, this will find its way back down to 76. Crack a 75, 76, this area, you can really start waving goodbye. And all these have very similar setups, which is really crazy. So let me come through real quickly and break these down. They have a flat top of a resistance or close to it with a nice ascending, essentially triangle-ish type look to it. Nice ascending with the trend line and everything. We have a 13-day moving average at 47 cents. Failing pretty much right at it. Still, for the most part, I know we've gone over it by a hair. But that 13 EMA is holding it down. I'm sure there's other traders that maybe have the 20-day, the 9 or whatever that they may use on the daily, and it's pretty much all in that area. So that's hammering it down. If it does move up from there, and we do get to squeeze up, next leg up would be, to me, just a hair over 50 cents. I'd go probably right around 53 cents, possibly up to 55 cents on or in MRD. DESI, DZSI. For the most part, that flat top resistance, you could put a downtrend on this one. Like the last two I'm going to go through, you have a little bit more of a downtrend. And you can see here, I'll put a downtrend on this play. I pressed along the SWS. Boom. And so there's your downtrend. So watch for that squeeze. DZSI through the downtrend in 240. Watch for next leg up. Next leg up, in my opinion, for DZSI is going to be that 265 mark. Crack of the trend line. See how this is rode up nicely with it again. Crack at 225, 220. And I would imagine this just flutters its way back down to the 2 teens. Haven't moved up a ton today, but it's an okay mover. Now to the last one, you kind of the same look, right? Has the downtrend, has the trend line. Depends on where you want to put your trend line. And you can even put one in like right here slightly. if you see that one. Crack of that trend line 210, the VWAP. Do you notice again how the VWAP riding up nicely with these plays? Watch for a crack of the trends and the VWAP, and the crack of the trends and the VWAP, we'll see a move back down, and this one back to $2, maybe back down to $1.90, but $2 for sure. I would imagine this one on bet. Let me alert that actually. IMPO. We have NMRD. We have DZSI, and we have CDXS. Bernardo Mallow, what's up? Blue Merle, how we doing? And J Webb, anyone else that's around? Okay, Queenie, come on. Queenie, come on. You're going out there. Queenie, go. Queenie's going out. She wants to be with me, but she wants to be out there. She's still a wreck, poor girl. Then she'll want to come back here and be wanted from me before that's over. She's just like, I don't know where I want to be right now, Dad. I'm so torn. This is so hard on me. Like, feel so bad for her. So those 3 plays I would watch for that, or 4 plays overall in the small cap world, 100% I would be looking for that. Let's see, Rocket, RC, right? RCKT, right? I think that's what it is. Yeah, CKT. Let's see here. I'd watch for the same thing here. We all, put your lines in. Nice little downtrend right here. So there's your downtrend. It's a slight uptrend. There's a slight little uptrend right here where it's making the higher lows. You can see, and it's trying to crack it. So watch for that trend line crack. That's what I'd be looking for on RCK Teasel. So watch for the trend line crack. Fully closing open candles under 21 in the VWAP. Watch for a pullback possibly to 2050-ish, somewhere through these upper shadows down to the base of them, and then overall down to 20 again. But I mean, again, not a lot of movement on, there's decent movement, but it just seems like light volume, right? For some of these plays, they're not really gaining a lot of momentum for the most part. Even like when I look at, across the board, when I was looking at least the small cap plays, I just don't see a lot anymore. 29 PL day. It's just, unfortunately, it's been slow. It's been slow. So take what profits you get, So you get the downtrend break, watch for a pop to 22. If you get over 22, possibly, you get a next leg up. But when a lot of traders, what they're going to do, they're going to notice the candle for the day. They come over a lunch right now, and they're starting to see that big red candle right now that's starting to form. So if we get the pullback below the V off at 21, not a lot of traders are going to be interested until the short really starts taking effect. Now, if we do get over high of day and 22 up and close candles over that, this possibly maybe has legs up to 23 overall. I could see that for sure. I am Pistols. Here comes the possible trend line to VWAP crack again. Watch for that to crack back down to, say, 86, under 86 down to 80, and definitely under that to 75. I'll break down these larger gents right now. That looks a lot like Rocket on, well, I say just the present look of it for sure, but kind of like Rocket. Boom, bam, there you go. So there is your downtrend on the SPY. We do have a little bit of support shelf being built in right there. So there you go. That's what I would say is your support as of right now. Not perfectly off of old resistance, equally new support, but kind of getting there with this. So clickety-clack and crack of this $47 area plus the VWAP. Watch for a pullback down to, say, 46.25, 46.30, maybe 46 overall. I'm waiting to see, and just because the lower shadow, I'm not liking the shadow. I'm going to roll through these plays is my point. I've looked at a damn chart today. So when little except for the morning text alerts, and again, for those that are getting those, like this, we have a lot of sleepy people at 7 o'clock, unfortunately, at this house. So at 7:30, I'm having talk like this. So if you can't really hear me and I'm only talking this loud, I'm really sorry. So tomorrow, I am going live. It's a done deal. Obviously, I'm going live in the morning, going live on Friday. So I'm going to get her up with me, and I'm just going to talk real loud, and she's just going to be up in here with me, and I'm going to have to hand her back. I'm like, hey, I'll hand, because Avery's just, she is she's up, she's down, she's up, she's down. She's just can't sleep still good. She's trying, but it's just all about I'm been really staying with her. I feel bad, and so when she finally is zonked out this morning, yesterday, most mornings, it's her and the puppy, and they're completely out. Puppy gets up at 5:36. and of course wanting to do the play thing. She goes poops pee, and then they go back to bed eventually, and then they're just fully out. And so I'm in here going like, okay guys, like try not to stir what is it on the night before Christmas or whatever that little, what 'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house no creature was stirring, not even a mouse or something like that. So I gotta be like super quiet or however that wheel goes. But anyway, back tomorrow though, I'll be loud. I'll be like, all right, team. No, tomorrow I'm just gonna be nice and loud again. So tomorrow it is what it is since I'm going live. So you'll hear me. I'll be louder tomorrow. So I forgot about that this morning. And like I said, it was only one person that did reach out. I forgot who it was that reached out, but someone reached out. It's like, oh crap, I don't know if other people are feeling that too. So I'm sorry if y'all were, but I'm like I'm trying to be quiet over here. Tesla's been my baby recently. I'm not seeing a setup I like on Tesla. Like, yesterday we traded Tesla. I'm trying to find this setup right now. I like NVDA. The trend's already cracked though, so there was this trend line that we could have traded. Maybe you guys did overall right here. So there's a trend crack. So you can still possibly get in right now, but I'm not trying to just jump into a trade. I'm waiting for that next best setup. But that was a pretty good one that I just noticed on NVDA when I pulled up on my chart. So there's NVDA in the trend line crack. If it does get under, this is the next best short when you get back under 40 or 540. If I can talk, 454. I'm telling you can tell I'm still 454.10. 454.10 where that line's at right now. Old resistance, candlestick confirmation. I love using the 5-minute time frame. I'm sure it's pretty damn close if you want to go to like say a 3-minute time frame, right? You're still going to be close to that area that you're looking at. Find that area that you're looking for, and that's what you're basing off of where this could run down to, where we see, of course, that dip from before. When it cracks, that is my point. This is heading down. I'd give the VWAP maybe a little bit of clarity here and say, hey, you know what? Sometimes I'm not even looking at it is my point. Now I would look at it and say, hey, you got area of before where you definitely held support and then rolled up from there. And on top of the fact you bounced right on top of it, the last time you tested, or even were around the last time you were around the VWAP, you actually bounced off of it and ran up to new high of day. Now then, under the VWAP, you got this area, right? So that's what I'm using, just so you guys know in charting what you can be looking for. Now sometimes we'll just go right through those levels. Sometimes it's going to be, why this level? This is going to be where you're going to be stopping at for whatever reason. Typically, here's where the levels that I'm going to mark my areas and where I'm looking to scale out, say on the way down, or where I'm looking for this area maybe to possibly reverse. And that's, like I said, 454.10-ish. And then you have the VWAP area at 452.75. And then down from there around 451.35. See my SPY breaking. I saw SPY just chilling. SPY just chilling. SPY just chilling. SPY just chilling. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not trading the SPY. SPY 2 wiki. I'm not liking the SPY today. Definitely will not be trading the SPY, that's for sure. I don't like the way the SPY looks with way too many shadows on the 5-minute time frame, and definitely I'm sure if you go to 3-minute you're getting them as well. Not as bad, but you're still getting them, and I'm not a big fan of when you get those for sure. So today I am staying away from the SPY. I would say the next best trade on the SPY, in my opinion, would be break a 5-day. You close and open candles over 447.50. I've noticed, and I'm sure most have, that 50-cent area. It's pretty significant on the SPY. Every 50 cents you roll up. Not every 50-cent area, but some are. So I would say over this being that it has created high of day, you get that break, and I would say you most likely could get a pop up to yesterday's high or close to it, right? The only thing I would be worrying about, it would be maybe somehow you fell just over the high at 447.75 in this little area. But I'm kind of including that in today's high. So that's something, if you think you get over this, you could really be getting a push up to this right here. Right, that to me would be the best trade in the SPY. Maybe the crack of the VWAP. You crack it, close and open candles underneath it. There's really nothing to hold it, in my opinion, possibly to 446. So that's where I would be looking for the SPY. But again, it's just been so wicky today. You just have to be careful and know that you could get chopped in the face, unfortunately. Yo, chop. Let's see. Apple here does have a little bit of an uptrend. Again, you can see it just cracked it, but now trying to push back through it. There's the uptrend I would have maybe marked on it. Last 30 minutes, not a very long trend line. You can maybe try to mark one from below, from here to there if you want to, like this. So that would be the uptrend. I would probably say trade on Apple. Almost said on the SPY. On Apple, that would be it in my opinion. You're getting these in, look, surprise, surprise, random lunch pops. So don't be surprised if we do get some of these. I thought I just saw another one. Yeah, in Nimrod. Reminds me of the old Green Day album. Nimrod, was that after, was Nimrod after, I think Nimrod was after Dookie, if I'm not mistaken. Q. Yeah, this is added into that daily morning text alerts. I've been adding that one in. It's just Walt 375. I mean, literally, I think this is the, I don't remember here. It's a pretty decent sandwich area. It's not right on the dot, but I thought 375 was on QQQ. But you can tell today, regardless of charting, you have this pretty damn strong resistance at 375. Just a hair over it. And so over 375.20, which was also the opening bounce from yesterday, which is also key to come back and see that in pre-market. And then we bounce from there. So over that area, we're going to definitely see the rise up to this for, let's see, 375.55-ish mark, maybe 375.60. Not too much of a significant area in my opinion. We definitely are going to get most likely up to this though. You know, if you can break through close and open candles over this, you definitely hit this. You most likely hit this. That's what I'd be looking for. Again, like the SPY though, it's got the same look of wicks and where's the shelf at. You got the same shelf on the SPY that's what you have on Tesla here, on QQQ. So crack of this 374.20 mark, then the VWAP. Then you get your short, you know, down that full dollar like the SPY. Then you get that to the next round dollar down. There's really nothing to hold it up at that point. Downtrend break, of course, looks like it's happening right now. Not only now the SPY, look, it's actually breaking to the top side. So here's the downtrend break on the SPY. Oh, man. Another one, team. I'll be talking about this one a lot. Okay. Here we go. Here goes SPY. Test the high of day coming on up. Here goes the SPY. Downtrend break. Test of the high of day. Coming on up. Coming on up. Let's see what we got from these other big movers. I'll bring up what... There was a tease right there then. Of what I'm about to bring up. And like, bring up multiple times. I'd never heard of this person before. That had to do with the stock market. I'm like, how did I never hear this person? I guess, like I said, because I don't follow other people or these... I just am not, if it's social media, get on, do my thing, you know, kind of do a like, you know, see a couple, because it's always the people, you know, how those algorithms work. So it's always like deck and, you know, it's like the people you like and do the most interaction. I'm not sitting there trying to find new stuff and on there for a while. And a lot of that's TikTok. I'm not on TikTok that much. But I had no idea of, hold on, I have to look it up again. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Jay Manzini. So I've never heard of Jay Manzini. Never heard of Jay Manzini before. And I mean, not that there's a lot. I mean, maybe a lot of probably people that. I guess. But he was a scam artist, obviously, and he had. Of course, a clothing line was the first thing I say clothes. But the first thing he did, I guess, to get rich was one of his first things was supposedly he. And I still to this, I'm like, did they ever look to check to see if he actually ever really made the money from penny stocks? Because he had this money, and you always see these people on Wall Street, and he's like, man, I want to be one of those people. And so he finally supposedly saved up like 70, 80K, he said, and actually invested and somehow got this $78,000, $80,000, I don't know what, some big win. And then kind of went into clothing. But then eventually, I think it's called the Manzini something or another. God, Manzini something. Oh, Manzini Academy. It was like a trading academy, though. You know, people come over and pay like $3K. It's like it was a Discord too, by the way. People paying thousands of dollars just to be in there, and it's like, it was no offense to Sykes and all. Sykes at least teaches you right stuff, and has like credible videos to show you what to be doing. But was never in a chat, right? When Sykes showed up, it was like, oh, it was just like that. It reminded me of like Sykes. It was like all of a sudden when Tim showed up, it was like, oh, Tim, and Tim was like, oh, I traded this, and then he obviously like, oh, well, thanks for telling us and being in. What, you know, like, you know, so it's always like. But anyway, and every once in a while he'd be, and then because I did get a trade with him, but he would put, you know, then he would give a credible trade, right? And at least it was credible, you know, and you'd win. But I guess it was like that. But he would like one of the, of course, it was just one of the biggest ones was a terrible lot. Anyway, it was crazy watching this. I forgot what Avery put on. It was some kind of series on Hulu, I want to say maybe, and they're showing scammers essentially and how they made their millions and then got big, or especially all these social media influencers, or a lot of them, and I'm like, man, how did I never hear this dude? How have I never heard of Jay Manzini in the Manzini Academy? And I was laughing. I'm like, this dude don't teach, like he don't know. He's not doing it. Like, it was so funny. I was like, we're actually going live. You know, we're actually like over here alerting as these stocks are moving. Like, hey, here, look for this to there. This is going to there. Watch for this move to here. You know, not like, I was like, what? That's, oh man, I feel bad for all those people that lost money and then paid him however many thousands of dollars to not learn anything and lose more money. I'm like, jeez. It just makes me think. I was like, man, I'm actually good. What would people pay to be in my? I was like, I may have to get in the social media thing. Like, I could be making millions. I'm like, man, you gotta have that drive. He didn't have 20 dogs and a wife. He's just by himself. I was like, man, if I was 25 and that's what I'm like, man, if I was 25 and doing this, oh man, I would be a millionaire. I was like, I don't have that drive of a 25-year-old anymore. But I thought that was incredible. Incredible. I was like, man, that is nuts. People paying to be in. This was like 2020, 2021. He got sentenced last year, like late last year, I guess. It was like in November or something. But yeah, I was like, I don't know, but like I was saying, I just don't follow people. I'm not big into social media like that. But dude be giving out thousands. I say million, it's probably gave away about millions, but he'd be doing these giveaways. The main thing he did at first to get big, and 50 Cent joined in. He made some like where they'd go up to like, you know, Chester's Chicken, I don't know whatever chicken place it was, and gave, you know, like $10,000 out. Went to Walmart. He's just giving out thousands of dollars. You're like, oh, you know, like you see people doing that, like, and I'm like, oh, dude wants to be Mr. Beast or whatever his name is, just give away money. And I was like, it's one thing if you like Mr. Beast and you have like. You have people coming in, you're collaborating with all these companies, and that's the reason you're getting these millions, because when you give away, and of course you go on YouTube, and then you have like 10 million views, you blah, blah, blah. We know what Mr. Beast does. That's awesome. You know, it's a good idea by him. It's like he was doing this, but being a scammer doing it. And then his clothing line, he'd be like, next 500 people that buy, you know, he'd stream live, you know, on social media. So he's got thousands of people, or at least, you know, a few hundred, if not 1,000, if not a couple, who knows how. I couldn't ever tell the number that were on there with them, but he'd stream live and say, next 500 people that buy 3 Manzini official products. And I'm like, you selling other stuff on your website that isn't Manzini official? Like, what else you selling? On little trinkets? Like, what else? What would he do? What? Like, but that's what he always said. He had it verbalized perfectly. Like, he said the same thing every time. I'm like, what do you have on there that's not Manzini official? But you got to go buy 3 products or 5 products. In the first 50, or first it was like 50, then it got to like 500, and then you're just like, people do the math, and it's like, bro, you're giving away $5,000 to 500 people. Like, you do the math, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way all that product's going to cover all that. It'd be one thing if his product cost $500 a hoodie, $700 for this, you know, custom t-shirt or custom whatever, you know what I'm saying, hat. I don't know. That was not the case. You know, it's like, and even if it was, you know, it's like, because then you have all this big drive. They try to be the first 500, so maybe you get like 1,000, 1,500, maybe 2,000 people to try to go do it. So that'd be one thing. So you could kind of cover your ass in the end and still, you know, it was funny. I'm like, how are these people? Yeah, because it was getting exposed. They get their box, and everyone, like, I was supposed to get $1,000 with this. I was supposed to get 12,000. He was like, then he started giving, supposedly was going to give away 10,000 per. I'm like, you just going to send cash? People thought, are they just going to send $10,000 cash in the mail? You think they just going to send $5,000, $10,000 cash in the mail? What? What? I'm like, oh, poor people. People do your due diligence. No one does. It's all good. That's why I try to yell at that as much as I can. Like, team, please do your due diligence. I appreciate it, Myron. Oh, yeah, but I'll be getting, that was funny. I saw that yesterday. I was just glued. It was actually right after I stopped streaming yesterday, right? And I got done going live, and I went out there, and she was already watching. It was the end of another one. I was kind of getting hooked to it, this girl. I forgot what she was doing. And the next one that came on was him. And right off the bat, I was glued because they brought up the penny stock, you know, how he got into it. So first 5 minutes of how he was, you know, how he got going. I'm like, okay, I'm glued. Okay. And then I had no idea. Then later down, he was going to start, after he did the hustling and the throwing down money in the clothing, he then all of a sudden started this, I'm going to teach everyone how to trade. I'm doing the Manzini Academy. Charging like thousands, like it was like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever it is to sign up for it or whatever. And I was like, wow, it's crazy people falling for that. I'm like, he never even traded. He just maybe supposedly traded once or twice or I don't know what, and was lucky on a penny stock. And that's what his forte was. He's going to teach you to trade penny stocks. I was like, come to me. I've run circles around this fool. I wish there was like a Crossfire tournament. You know, the old school video or board game Crossfire. I'm like, bet. Let's do it right now. Everything I got to my parent, everything versus what you got. And then I'm like, and let's put it all on the line. Table to table. Give me all your stuff so I can give it back to these poor people first off. like, I'm like, let's do a tournament, bro. I'm about to run circles around you. It's just crazy what people do, though. You see them, they have tons of money. They're giving out money. He's with the cars and with these rappers. And, okay, he's got to know what he's doing in penny stocks, too, right? Even though I've never seen him ever trade. Like, just blows my mind. I'm like, people, you've never seen him trade before. How do you even know? Does he have videos of him trading and making all these live trades? Or, I don't know. It just blows my mind. Still, you can get one day later. I'm like, what? Really? Oh, and then he got into crypto. Then after that, and people kind of busted him off, forgot whatever it was. He got into crypto, and people fell for that. He like sent people's, I think he sent like supposedly his, like to let him know it was really him. Like did the whole deck thing, but it was really him doing it. Like he was like, hey man, here's my passport. So would send a picture of his passport, let them know it's really him. Give me your money, I will trade crypto for you. I'm like, oh bro, wow, you got some balls, man. Like. I don't think it was his real passport. Maybe it was. I can't remember because I was still just watching it like, what is going on here? SPY here, team. Could be taken off. NVDA, downtrend break as well. It's got a little bit higher to go. I'd say 457 resistance. Then we have 457.65, that high of day 457.80 area for NVDA. SPY, here's that high of day test like I talked about. Over this high of day test, do not forget what's coming up next. This right here, 448. That easily is on deck, 448.45. Let's see, look up on this platform. Let's see, what about SPY to SPY from the Mr. Let's see. It's been after let's see. What about it though, boss? Look at them. What about it though? From the like support after that. I didn't know if you had a question. That's my point. Did you have a question? Oh. Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's why I'm not gonna trade SPY, man. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not trading, even though that's got room to run. I'm not a big fan of the way these plays are moving out. It's in my opinion, too choppy for me today. There are some good areas that could have been played out. Like, again, you had to stick through them long enough, but my point being, and there's small bounces here, is this. So there's one good bounce, but then this one you had to stick through that one for a few minutes until it starts popping up, and it didn't pop up much. Another bounce, but doesn't do right, and then NVDA, it was getting the same thing, that bounce. If you would have gotten filled there, that was a good bounce, right? So you're getting some plays here, and that was $3, which is pretty nice. I guess it's $3, but you get my point. All these other ones, though, I'm definitely not liking. AMD, maybe if we would get underneath this, but then the VWAP's there, and that's what I'm like, and then see, a lot of these are making me go, man, there's just nothing where I'm going. The high of day pop on some of these would not be a bad idea, honestly, because we're working through a lot of resistance, and to me, we have some room to run up. AMD I like. Tesla I'm not a big fan of right now. There's nothing I like on Tesla. You crack 270 possibly, but then we're down to 2. Maybe we get a dollar crack, really. Maybe we get down to $1.85. Just to me, a lot of up down movement, up and then down, up and then down, up, like right. I'm not seeing a lot of clear cut consistent movement in one direction and then the other, or just staying in one direction. And I did not bring up that boy band. I did not like them. NSYNC preferably, or Backstreet Boys was my jam. Even 98 Degrees is fine. One direction, just no way. Ain't happening. The guys couldn't even dance. Just kidding. I love doing that stuff, though, because I'm telling the truth, which is really sad. J-Trade's up, boss. Power just got restored in the air. All good to go. Oh, man, it's badass, J-Trades. Yeah, no, I've been so busy, and then yesterday, J-Trades. I'm going to watch more of your stream, but yeah, keep working on it. When I first went live forever ago, imagine that. When I first went live for Deck, it was on a Friday, and everyone was like, what? Who's, I say, what? Most people hopefully knew who I was, when I streamed. That was, but that was in his lobby, 1,000 people. Definitely, I did not sleep that good the night before. I was definitely up about an hour before my alarm went up, just like, okay, it's time yet, and they're like, I was sweating my pits off, and, but yeah, man, it's you'll get used to it. Because you just get used to I was good at talking, and you get used to talking is the thing. But at first, you're still nervous regardless, you know? So even if you like to talk and you're good to talk about stocks even, or how to, you know, fluent about, hey, this, that, or the other, you know, it's just like at first. Where would be your next trade on AMD? AMD, honestly, I would say high of day break. I don't know if this crack's going to happen, so I would say watch for this high of day break, 108.25 J-Web. Next leg up, and I did not mean to zoom out here. I meant to zoom out here. Next level, damn, you could actually get up to here. There's maybe a little bit back here that may hold us down a little bit, but I think, honestly, in my opinion, break of high of day, 108.15, 108.20, watch for a pop-up. Let's see if you don't get it. Maybe a reversal at 108.50, but other than that, I don't really see a lot holding it down. Maybe 109, but there's a lot that traders are going to just go back to the last few days, and they're going to see this on Friday's high. It could really get to that point. So that would be the trade I look at. Now, again, the way the stocks have been a little choppy today, up and down, up, down. Don't be surprised you go to, like I said, 108.50 area, then you chop yourself right back on down. That would be the next trade, in my opinion. There is a little bit of a trend line on this. I'll put it in. I'd base it from back there, J-Web, and put it about right there. That's what I would put and say, hey, if it cracks that trend line, now again, I'm going micro today. I would not be going heavy, big moves. I'm going trend line crack to the VWAP and then locking up most there. But if I do crack that, then I know I can get down to the into the high 106s. You know, Tesla, like I called it yesterday, we just had good movement, in my opinion, and better charting yesterday, and I was right overall. Knew Tesla would drop down more. Remember, we got this small short here, but remember right before I got done going live, and we got that gorgeous dump, and so we got the move. You know, it was just set up for that move down, as we're making lower highs along the way. Love seeing lower highs and working our way down to support. So when the support cracks, it's, you know, it's beautiful. Here we just don't, you just don't have that. It's kind of up, down, you know, so it's little regurgitation for me today. Let's get it. I'll be good. Jay Trace, I was like this at first. That's hilarious. Like, oh man, it is a sweaty mess out here. I always like when I watch that too. It's so funny. You can see how the way they film it. You can tell they never show the top of their head, so you can't really see what they're using to make their head that wet. All right. So I'd say overall right now we have channels working the mess, you know, literally out to the white AMD SPY, right? AMD SPY. If you really want to do this, you could do this with AMD as well. I'm just going to add this in. We have so many lines. It's so funny. I have not touched this today, team. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's not perfect, but that's pretty damn close. Look at that. Those are all blue lines. Those were once support at one time. I just love it. That's why I always tell you guys, put your lines in and trade them. That would be the channel, in my opinion, for... I'll move these. That would be the channel, in my opinion, for AMD. You know, somewhere right around this area. Where you're going to put it. You want to put it a little lower, you want to put it a little higher. Somewhere right around 107.30-ish or so would be your channel in AMD. SPY, like Mallow was just talking about, the bottom part of that channel is right around 446.80. The top part of it is 447.50. NVDA. Not really a perfect overall channel to the right because it does have more of a downtrend, but the downtrend's been, you know, we broke it. Let me get rid of that trend line once, and now we're readjusting the downtrend. I see the downtrend. We broke the downtrend once. Now let's see if we break it again. But that would be your wedge to me out to the right on NVDA. Tesla gross. There's really, I'd say, trend line, and it's not beautiful because of how you go up and you never come down to it till here. Yes, you have a starter and a setter, but I like I've always talked about, team, when you have a starter, the setter, first bounce, second bounce, boom, third bounce, and now you're going, oh, when you crack, that's going to be so pretty. You're definitely going to go to this low of day area, 270 candlestick confirmation, if not low of day 100% down to 268. So that's that's definitely, well, that's 269, 269 and 260. I was like 270. AK, can you read, son? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about the Discord. Well, Mala's over at the J Mancini project for reject. I'm just kidding, Mala. I always forget Deck has that free Discord, though. Nice, Malin. Nice, nice, nice. That's why I try to tell you guys, the more you do that kind of stuff, like I said, pre-tracking, you know, the more you test your brain, the better you're going to get. Instead of just watching charts, you've got to test yourself. And the more you test yourself, the more, you know, the better you're going to get at, you know, determining where these stocks will go to. Apple's trend line, like I said, is okay. We'll go to Apple's trend line. It just isn't, you know, like I said, you get this up and down choppy movement for the day. Like I said, this is pretty nice. This is typically kind of what I would be looking for the most part, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's your 5th time touching that trend. VWAP's there. Apple's one, you know, you might want to look for, you know, a trend line to VWAP crack, possibly down to 174.75, even possibly to 174.50, something like that. That could be a good trade. Now a nice boss, hell yeah, bro. It had, I mean, nice little crack here at the opening part of the day underneath that VWAP on down. There was a nice short, and then a nice, which is awesome. I try to tell you guys too, that low of day in pre-market. I mean, look how perfect when you build a shelf out like you do there, and then you come down in perfect bounce. And I mean, look at it. That bounce was gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, man, I'm you know me. I always talk to that about all you guys. Like, man, you gotta tell you track, go over that stuff. Where is it going? You know, where is it gonna go to? Where is it? Why? When you're not right, you know, the more you do that, the day in day out, because it sucks at first. You know, it's like, and that's why even like with like Beerish, you know, the more time that goes by, the better you get. It's like crazy how time does fly. Like right now, like earlier, I was like, I can't believe it's already been a week. And like, how did the last week go by that? Like, it's like. It's so weird, you know. So, man, yeah, dude, it's nuts, to be honest. It's 100% nuts. But the more you do it, you know, as in looking at charting and testing yourself, how time flies, you're like, damn, there's 2 months, there's 4 months, there's 8 months, you know. It's like, damn, okay, I'm getting better here. Start putting those damn alerts in my lobby all the time, too. Like I've told traders, like, the more alerts I see, the more I'm... Make you go. I haven't made a trader gold in a while, so that's why I'm like, man, I want to make a gold trader. I haven't had a gold trader in a long ass time. I was like, I want to make someone golden chat. Mal, love it. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Need some goldies. Some goldie Hans in chat. All my golds are gone for the most part. I made Sky Chimp gold. Alex Vaughn first. I made Alex Gold Vaughn. I made him gold before Deck did. I made Sky Chimp gold before Deck did. Then I had Tim Z in chat. He was gold. Prince used to be around. I forgot what happened to Prince. Prince was at last year's seminar. But Prince used to be one of those ones that would always be like the new one in Deck's lobby was like the Mr. G guy. But Prince, and then before Prince it was Mel. Of course, Mel was gold in my lobby. Mel's gone. You know, I haven't seen these guys in forever, and so my goldies are gone. I miss my Goldie Hans. Getting that trend line as tight as I can there. I'm going to take another little stab at this too, Apple. I'm going to take another little stab at Apple and just get another trade in today. I was 1 for 1 yesterday. I like this one so far. So I got all my plays loaded up over here. AMD's on high watch here too as well, team. AMD for that high of day break, it's kind of doing its one thing where it's still at that high of day area. So watch for that high of day break. Now again, like I said, 108.50 to 108.65 with upper VWAP band could be a fail. Dikembe Mutombo rejection area, 108.75 rule. Over that and it clears 109, it is 100% going to Friday's high. And it's going to get up to that 109, close to 110, 109.50, 109.75. That one's on high watch as well. All right, Apple here cracking on down team, whether you want to get in shares or you want to get in contracts or whatever you want to get in here, team. I've got Friday's contracts pulled up, 175 puts, 175 strike price, 175 strike price, 175 strike price. That's the one. Those are the ones I have pulled up. Once we crack the VWAP, I'm going to get in more. I just barely got in there once we got the candlestick confirmation. I'm going to get in just a little bit more once we crack the VWAP. 175 target 1, 174.50 target 2. Stop loss is back over that, old trend line up. Tight stop loss. What's up, Jax? How do you become a gold trader? Oh, just like get deck. I mean, we haven't really made any in a while. I mean, I guess really deck could make, he hasn't made one gold in a while either. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, we haven't made a gold trader if you think about it in a while. No, yeah, Buddy probably made some because he just started really streaming live more. So it's just people that alert in that lobby. And when they alert in that lobby, they alert over and over and over, and they're credible alerts. It's like me, like essentially what I'm alerting. Like, hey, Apple, watch for a trend line to VWAP crack, target 175, and hits it. Or, hey, watch for, all that kind of stuff. Just alerting, giving good credible alerts. Prince, or the guys that just give like Prince and Mail, or the guys that give the, ABC has new, ABC new, whatever PR, and give the link or ABC halted up, and so they're kind of giving those like, maybe not like a credible like alert to take a trade, but a credible alert that's saying, hey, this just came out with news. Hey, this just halted up out of nowhere. That kind of stuff. But that's typically what you're looking for in those, really, And how you doing, boss? How you doing, Jax? Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. I definitely tomorrow 100% tomorrow streaming live. Tomorrow 100% streaming live for you guys. So don't worry. Tomorrow, just like I've been streaming live at lunch, tomorrow I'm going live in the morning. Go live for my normal 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Depends on how many trades or what trades we have. Small caps have been pretty dead, so that'll keep us pretty focused maybe on large caps. We'll see tomorrow. And then Friday, of course, tomorrow for lunch. And then Friday, I am streaming with you, streaming with you guys all day long. So you'll have me all day, all morning long Friday. And then you'll have me Friday in the afternoon like usual. Yeah, and he's gotten better. He's definitely gotten better. That's what I tell you guys. That's how you get better. I mean, that's definitely how you get better when you trade. I mean, literally. I mean, you've got to keep alerting. You've got to keep alerting. You've got to keep alerting. You've got to keep testing yourself and your knowledge, testing yourself and the knowledge. See, this is exactly what I said. This is literally why this is why I went small in those contracts. They were cheap contracts, too. Cost like $1. I only got 10 contracts just to test the trade, literally. So we're getting back to my stop loss. It's just choppy today. It's very choppy, team. Right now, I will say the SPY at 448 or 446.80 mark has just been money. It's funny how that bounced again. I just didn't want to. I'm not testing the waters that far into it's like super deep. It's like, okay, 5 foot deep, 10 foot deep. All of a sudden you go down the slope and you're in the ocean. This is like 30 foot deep. This is 100 foot deep. So yeah, I'm not jumping in with 100 foot deep and the VWAP slowly riding on a. I was like, I'm just not testing that. There's all my dogs. Sorry. You know how they do. You know how the dogs do. But that's how it literally, like Malo saying, that's how you get better. The more you alert, the more you test your trades, track your trades, go over your trades, test your trades, track your trades, go over your trades. That is where you become a better, a more successful trader 100%. If you don't do that, and you don't do that day in, day out, like a lot of traders think they kind of do, I think, in a way. I always see like these hairs floating. I want to just like knock them out of the way. But you get my point. Like, there's a lot of time where I notice traders they think they're doing that, because I did that. I thought I was tracking my trades and heavily going over them, and we're all but I mean, no, you're really not really diving into everything. And then you're only breaking down maybe one chart. You've got to break down other charts and really see how stocks move. And that's what started helping me out, and then really breaking them down, and then doing that every day, and then just kind of saying, and then you did it more and more and more. You alerted more. I mean, at first it's like it's like a snowball effect. It's here and there. You're not doing like when I first started alerting, it was all negative stuff, if anything. When I did alerting is my point, and then the more I started alert, finally kind of getting it, and then alerting plays, and then more bounce plays, and then it just became total, just natural state to just do it. And you're like, okay, I got it now. It feels comfortable, and it just takes a while to get there. But that's the one thing. Just waiting for Apple to pay us out here. Kind of reminds us of Tesla yesterday. Anything in the small caps moving? Nothing. Watch for more shorts like I talked about. This is probably about to dump down some more to about 80 cents here soon. Oh, Fifey, where have you been all day? Oh, Fifey, nice to see you. What's Nimrod doing? Nimrod, little pop. Oh, wow. That's why you got to be careful with these guys. We did get that break above this resistance line, right? 47 cents. We got that pop up and pretty nice. 10 cents plus. Went just a hair above the resistance I said it might go to. And buy. So I just, those small cap, or these micro plays, I'd always be looking to short these. Always be looking to short these plays. Waiting and waiting and waiting, looking to short. FIFE, FFIE, I would say here's your top small cap play, 100%. FFIE, top 100% top small cap play. Sounds like the puppy peed inside, and that's the she's only one poop inside. I'd say maybe about 10 pees inside. So she's doing good for a week. About a weekend. Tomorrow we had her for a week, and so we've had one poop inside, and that's it. And then about maybe about 10 pees. So she's doing real honestly really good, and sleeps through the night, which is really awesome. Apple here team's just slow and steady. This guy's just not. It's killing me here. Trendline crack. Beautiful. This is what I'm saying. The VWAP will be the determination, but everything's starting to pop back up. You can see if you look at SPY, you go across the board here too overall. AMD testing high of day area like I was talking about with AMD. So AMD testing high of day. So AMD, keep this one on watch for that high of day break. 108.40, 108.50. Watch for a pop up till maybe 108.75, 108.50. Like I said, you clear both of those, you're definitely going to see pushed most likely Friday's high, which was 109.70 area, close to 110. SPY just doing its small little, just barely doing it back and forth. Come on, Apple, just take a bite out of crime already. Gee golly. What was it? Not Fluff McGruff. What was it? Was it Fluff McGruff? What was the guy's name? Take a bite out of crime. What was his name? The dog? The crime fighting dog? McGruff. That's what I thought it was. I don't know if I remember Fluff. I don't know if that's what it was, because a dog Fluff, but he wasn't fluffy though, like he wasn't fluffy at all. But it's all good. AMD here testing high of day area. The rest of these plays are just puttering around here. They're not really doing too much in my opinion. So we're getting slow and steady movers right now across the board. I got this paperwork in here. It's getting on my nerves. I'm like, oh man, I meant to put this up before I went live. Like a nice clean desk. Like when I was, say if I was on the radio, I want everything nice and clean in front of me. I don't like that clatter. The clutter, whatever. AMD new high of day. So there's AMD new high of day. It is pushing their team, pushing. SPY still has that main channel going on with 446.80 support, 446.85, 446.75, anywhere in that area you want to call it, with 447.50 for the most part being resistance. AMD new high of the day again over 108.50 and 108.75. This could really get to rolling. $5 here. I'm going to see if this one holds 5 too. I'm going to keep this one on high watch. So FFIE. I'm going to put this one on watch. Since we're watching the SPY consistently over here, I'm going to put FFIE on watch so I do not forget about it. And actually didn't realize that FFIE made it. So don't forget about this team. FFIE made a nice move up yesterday and gave back all its gains. Could do that again today. So keep that on watch for FFIE. Apple, I'm going to go ahead and get out of this. It was a small loss. So I only went in 10 contracts. I'm out of Apple. Apple gave me a slapple. That's why I was just testing the one. And here's what's going to be funny. Should have went over to AMD, which I said had that breakout area. AMD here. If this races the Friday's high, I swear I'm going to be like, no, you were the one with the breakout room. You had the nice breakout area. So SPY, or Apple, I should say, team here. SPY's on watch too over 447.50. Over 447.50, like I said, in my opinion, there's really nothing else holding it down. 447.75, I'd keep an eye on it. But other than that, this is most likely going to hit Tuesday's high. So those two are on watch for breakouts here if they hold. What's up, AK? I mean, what's up? I was just reading messages. Love Chip doing all right, boss. Love Chip doing, making it. I'm making it, man. It's been a tough week. Super tough. But it's sweet, but definitely bitter. But anyway, man, it's all right, man. Been all right. Definitely getting back to, I would say, maybe by this weekend, another round of some football. Another weekend, you know. But it's definitely tough, my man. It's been tough. Hopefully you've been all right. Hopefully everything's good your way. FFIE, I'm watching that as well to see if we actually hold $5. So you're right back down to it. If we do not hold $5, you know what that means. 485-ish or something along those lines would be the pullback zone. Your main support, in my opinion, is right here for FFIE. 470 team. 470 for FFIE. FFIE, that is your main support that has to hold. Right nicely up the VWAP, just slowly kind of meandering just below it. Not bad. Another fail in reversal for the SPY at 447.50. Like, man, that bounce ended up being so good again. That is so nuts. 446.80. Great bounce there, team. I'm telling you, this channel, I may end up taking one more trade, and that's going to be the break of I should say SPY, the break of the 447.50 mark or the crack of the bottom. I really prefer the bottom and the crack because there's a lot of room to run. The top, I'm a little worried that you may get stuffed possibly, or if we crack that VWAP in that shelf, this really could get to tanking. Appreciate it. Love reading Love Chip. Yeah, it's been tough, man. Yeah, I would never wish that on anyone. Not the sudden loss of life like that, man. Especially like just all the little, like I was telling Avery, all the little check marks you can add to Beerus. You know, like it was just, it's like not like, oh, it's been tough. The toughest of the tough that I've had to tough out. I mean, no lie, this is the toughest toughest thing I've ever been through. No lie, biggest, toughest. You know, there was never a sudden loss that I've had to take like this. It was so, like I said, never wish that on anybody. I'm glad everything's going to go your way. And you're big into social media, so you may not have heard of this guy. I had never heard of him. My wife put on the show yesterday, which, you know, she's just trying to wash up. She's taking all the, you know, she has so much PTO, so she's just taking days off and such. Anyway, man, I readjusted Apple's trend line. I still feel like if we get a pullback from the SPY, I may go a double short. SPY pulls back, cracks the VWAP. I'm going for the pullback on. I'm going to get a double whammy there. I'm going to go trade both. Jay Manzini. Never heard of the guy. She put on some scammer saying that was on Hulu, like some kind of series where each episode's a different scam artist that made millions. And a lot of them are social media influencers. And that's definitely how it's very easy to be done. I swear 447.50 ends up being another hell of a fill in the SPY. I'm just like, this channel's working out, paying people out left and right if you just trade it, but you just, so how long does it last? But yeah, I've never heard of the dude. You know, Manzini and like his clothing line and all the stuff, and him with the rappers and giving out money and all these little, You know, like what? And then of course the main reason I got tied to it because he supposedly made money right out of the gate. You know, he was a penny stock trader, or made some money. He didn't do it long, but then eventually, and I had no idea later, and that got me tied. But then later on into it, when I got tied to it, he opens up his trading academy. You know, it's like you know, where you can come like a Discord. In the end, is all it is. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he doesn't know how to trade. I'm like, so that got me. I was like, I can't believe I never heard of this guy. But that's people ask me all the time, like, you follow this person, you follow that person. Like, I don't follow anybody. Like, I just don't. I stay, you know, like Umar, you know, people that were at the seminar, you know, or people that we know were close to Tradecaster. But for the most part, I just do me, you know. But I was like, that just shows you that I don't really, you know, not really on social media a ton. Yeah, that dude, I had no idea how many followers he had and how big he got. And I was like, well, I never heard that dude in my life. That is pretty funny. But I didn't know how many people had actually heard of him in chat. I was like, I wonder if anybody in chat ever heard of the name. Well, this is what he called himself. I just Googled it real quickly again. Well, I Googled it, but J Manzini. This guy right here. So he'd like portray himself as this. I mean, Google would be better. So let's do a Google search. Let's do Google right here. There we go. That's not his real name, obviously. His real name's like Clark Kellogg. I'm just kidding. His real name's I don't know what it is, but Rami, when he was accused of being a part of, okay, that's a different person. Okay, alleged bankroller staying from. Gotcha. Let's just go to like let's see if we can't find some videos here. Let's see if we can't find some videos of Mr. J doing some giveaways and such. Where we going here? Come on, Google, what are we doing here? But that's look this guy up. But yeah, he was first it was like the clothing, like he would do all kinds of stuff. Like here's like, you should see this picture. What is going on with Google right now? You know, it's like, you gotta love this when you're trying to use it. Doesn't happen too often, but when you want to use something, it doesn't work. But yeah, look it up. Mazzini, or was it Mazzini? Okay, it was just Mazzini. Or no, his clothing line was I don't know, Jay Mazzini. Anyway, I thought it was Manzini. Maybe it's just Mazzini. I thought it was Manzini. You never know with these fake guys. Anyway, that's why I wish this stuff would pull up here. Finally, there we go. So here we go. We can have people making fun of him. That's hilarious.
You see, I hope all is well. I just wanted to touch base with everybody. It's been a minute since I touched base with my supporters.
Is he still going live? Oh, this is new. So what? So like, this is look at these people, like the people commenting.
I hope all is well. I just wanted to touch base with everybody.
Anyway, but yeah, go look this guy up and just the stuff he'd give away stuff, and that's what he'd go. That literally was his profile picture he'd use on all his social media. But yeah, oh yeah, I mean yeah, dude, like it was. I was like, what? I can't believe I'd never seen videos of this guy. You know, it's okay. It is Mazzini because that was his clothing line. He had Mazzini clothing line. But yeah, this is him right there. He tried to. I forgot. Islam or whatever exactly. I forgot exactly what he was. And then even when he got into crypto, was like, "Hi, my name is Jay Mazzini, and I'm buying bitcoins." He's like, message me, and he would like send you messages trying to, anyway, like just not, you know what I mean, scam after scam after scam after scam, essentially. Mazzini Academy. Here we go, baby. The Mazzini Academy. You come on over. We'll show you how to trade. A path to mastering markets and trading. Let's go. Let's see if this is even still up. No, of course not. I mean, I would imagine the site got taken down. What, Twitter? Is it still going on? What? I ain't signing in. That's what I hate about Twitter and X. Like, I should just have to be able to scroll. Man, that's so dumb. Anyway, but yeah. This is one of those videos right here where he was giving away money.
Come up. Everybody that gotta pay their groceries, I want you guys to come up. There you go, block them from this side.
But yeah, won't take you long to figure out that guy, trust me. I've seen that name. That's funny. Word of advice. Anyone that's not willing to completely transparent, yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. It's just so funny. It's so weird with people. I'm like, man, I can't even believe people would fall for that and give this guy so much money. Like, Like, no, crazy. Like, he doesn't know how to, it's like that even, like the trading part of it. Besides, but him giving away money was crazy. I was like, what? Because then he would do, like, when I saw, like, what he would be doing for his clothing line, he'd go live and, like, next 500 people to buy, you know, 3 Mazzini official products, you know, blah, blah, blah. There'd be 1,000. I'm like, you really think he's going to send $1,000 cash in this box? And it got up to, like, there was one video, I swear it said 12,000. I'm like, why such a weird number? You do the numbers, though, like, there was one, like, the next 500 people, fit 500 people times $5,000. There'd be people in the comments like, that's $32 million, bro, or whatever. You know, like they're doing the math. Like, let's do the math. You know, like next 500. I swear it's 500 because he's probably thinking he's gonna get a ton of people. He's gonna get maybe even 2,000 maybe to come by. But his clothing wasn't like $50 a t-shirt. It wasn't like it was like 500 a t-shirt. So you get 500 people and you're supposed to gonna give away $5,000. Yeah, that's 2.5 mil. 2.5 mil. Like, what? And so these people would get their packages. Like, I ain't getting... Yeah, no, you didn't get your cash. Ain't sent no cash in the mail. Like, what? Thank you. Not good with math. Not that quick anyway. I didn't feel like doing it in my head. Makes sense, though. 25 would be the answer there, right? 5 times anyway. Anyway. 5 times 5 would be 25. Just add the zeros, Joshua. F that, I'm so tired of seeing that. Oh, I know, yeah, Bernard. The only one in the original one, I think they get that idea is from Mr. Beast. You know, like, I totally understand it. Okay, I get Mr. Beast, and I get what people are trying to get that from. But that's because he has all these companies, and they're giving him the money to do that, you know? And so he's got this, hey, hello, you're not that. You're not that person. And there's, like, not everyone can just go out there and do that unless you just somehow get in with him or what he's doing with these, it's like, anyway, it always just blows my mind. I'm just like, what? And plus, he's goofy and kind of fun anyway. I always kind of liked him, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I like Mr. Beast. But some of these people just get over the top and just don't get it. Just don't get it. AMD team, watch for the trend line right here. Watch that trend line on AMD. FFIE is holding $5 there too as well. Thank you, Rainbow Ben. Still holding 5 here, so we're still holding old resistance, new support. Mark this as light blue for now since we've really just creeped over it. FFIE, like I talked about, next leg up. We'll go here. FFIE, we've looked at this one recently. I don't know, at some point in time, this was support. Win on God's Green Banunas. We'll just go back to the hourly. That day, maybe? Maybe on the last day I streamed live last week. Was that Tuesday of last week? Yeah, because that's Monday, that's Tuesday. Maybe that Tuesday, that was support for a minute. Other than that, who knows how far back that blue line goes. So that definitely is going to be maybe possible. Past chart history resistance that comes up. Although I see, in my opinion, below that, 535, 540 for FFIE, in my opinion. 535, 540 for FFIE for the next resistance. We'll go at 537. Mally, gotta love that. Seismic, AK, any thoughts on the wedge I posted above? Sorry, boss. Yeah, I didn't see that you said the AK with it. Let's see what I'm looking for. Let's see here. Yeah, no, they look good. Yeah, definitely. 100%. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Alrighty, team. Oh, FFIE rolling here up to 535. 540 could be next. 535, 545 could be next here. AMD, watch that trend line. I'm telling you. Well, again, these plays have been a little choppy today when they crack those trends. But AMD, I'm telling you, that is the next one that's on watch. FFIE running up here, team. So FFIE, here we go, team. FFIE rolling, running. It's running up really nicely here. If anyone got in at $5, nice bounce play. Now, again, didn't push up too far, but it did recover very nicely from 5. Usually, typically, I would like a little bit bigger move to trust the bounce play regardless. Beautiful. Bounce play. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gotta love those off of old Resistance Hive Day area. Nice, Malik. Got the ES trade. Yeah, it's so hard for me because, you know, it's like you have to, like, narrow down what you're looking at and what you want to look at. And so when you do that, you can get better trades. Like right now, you know, I shouldn't even look at Tesla because Tesla to me just, I'm not really going to trade it. Although there's this. That's going to be meaning that most stuff's going to pull back. And we just haven't had good pullbacks today. We're sitting in these kind of like up and down choppy channels like the SPY right now, you know, just back, it's just straight to the right for the most part. 448 or 447.50, 446.80. I mean, you're just back and forth. That you don't see that long typically. A channel lasts that long. You get bounces down here, like you started down here, and you got another, then another, then another. Resistance, right? That is usually like it's, you know, it's like this. You may last maybe an hour, you know, maybe an hour somewhere in that area. But this is getting to that point where it's lasting 2 hours now, and it's really working its way out to the right. Oh, down here. It's so crazy. I hear her name saying Domino. Our awesome, sweet Great Dane. But yeah, she was born on July the 21st. July the 21st. Or June 21st. That's what I say, July. Beerus that's what's crazy. Beerus was born July 21st. She was born June 21st. But the people we got her from sent over more information, and we have to always like with these super expensive badass dogs. I mean, you have to sign a health contract to sign. You know what I mean? Then they send you over all which I've already got them. So you sent over, I guess, another medical record though as well, just to let me know. I think I may already have that one. Oh, Domino. See how big she gets. She should probably end up being at least about, I mean, we'll see. I mean, 120, 130 pounds, something like that. Pretty decent sized girl. Her paws are pretty big. Pretty big. See, there she is. I haven't posted a picture in chat yet. So, Domino, there's the new baby right there. So, there's the new puppy that we have. And that was taken last week, so you can tell her, I mean, by now, I mean, her paws, I'm like, her paws are bigger than that now. I'm like, her paws are definitely bigger than that now, but that was taken last week before we picked her up. And it was awesome. That was just crazy. I mean, they were driving through Texas. So, driving through, and you can tell which is crazy, she has 2 little white whiskers above her left eye. And I was like, that's Bella and Beerus. They're with you. And those are the 2 Great Danes we had before her. And now Elle, like I said, Elle is Beerus. She's like puppy mom, like our mama with, I mean, it's just like everywhere the puppy goes or where Avery grows. Like, and that was not Elle. Elle was the one, if you remember, she'd jump on my shoulder like, Elle! Eleanor, 11! Like, it's like not that dog. It's like, who is you? How did this happen? But yeah, the Domino's so good. She's so sweet. And it was just meant to be how they were driving to a cattle cell in Nashville, Tennessee, and then heading to Virginia after that to drop off another dog. And so they're like, we can bring her with you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, we don't have to go pick her up, and they're not even going to charge us. She was, originally cost $3,000, but she was $700 off because there was 2 left, and they were, you know, like, hey, we just want to get rid of the last 2. We want them to get to homes. But she was originally $3,000, but she cost $2,300. I was like, that was, you know, but that was, I guess, I was like, oh, that's with shipping. She's awesome, though. Super sweet pup. Didn't quite get up to that area for FFIE. It's hard to see all the, you know, really what you'd want to do you'd almost want to go to the, I would say, like the hourly right here. If you're looking at FFIE, not even the daily, you'd want to go back here and look at FFIE and like say the 15-minute time frame. Oh wow, then it messes everything up on the charting here. I got to zoom back. I'm just gonna go back to the daily, but you may not want to have the daily up. You know, like right here, you'd have the daily up most of the time, maybe out with it, or we do. You know, you'd probably be better off having the 10, the 15, you know, up beside it, the 30-minute, the hourly, so you can really see running up these last, you know, few days that you've worked with last week, Monday and Tuesday of last week. Those are going to be your next resistance areas as we work our way up for FFIE. Check any of these other plays that were moving earlier. Nothing from them. And I told you, I told you IMPO buy. I'm telling you, team, when you see that VWAP band right up as quick as it did, you see that, team, I promise you this stock's going down. You can bet your bottom dollar this stock is going to go down almost every single time. I'd say your only play that just started rolling on up here was NVOS. Over 50 cents NVOS. Let me scroll back here on some charting so we can see where we have to run to. NVOS has been kind of popping here recently. From the depths of 7, 8, 5, 6 cents, 10 cents, we are now up to 50. And, oh, we've got a gap to fill. Gap to fill to 60 cents. Got a gap to fill to 60 cents or so. Rhonda just texted me too, which is so funny. She sent that email and she texted me, but I guarantee that's what this text says. I just sent you a... Or she's or laughed at. But she was responding back to the last picture. And then she even said, like, can we share some of these pictures you're sending? I was like, oh, please. Because, like, there's a picture of Beerus, or, see, L. I mean, I still call her, literally Beerus or Bear. But L, I see there's a picture with Ellie. She has so many names. Ellie, Eleanor, 11. Anyway. That she just wrapped around. I mean, literally, it's so cute. Wrapped around Domino. It's so cute, though. Oh, Dommy. Watch for $5 fail. You know, if you have shorts available, I'm sure they are available for FFIE team. I want to see how much they are. They're probably not too expensive, but FFIE back through 5. This does have room down to 583. Now it's more of a scalpier play, but back under 5, we do have room down to about, you can see this 585, 580 mark somewhere in here, possibly down to 4. I keep saying 5. Sorry, my brain team is still, you can tell it's a little. Anyway, farting along here. 485, and possibly down to the VWAP at 470. That is your short possibility and potential. You also do have a trend line that is forming on FFIE. If I'm not mistaken, it's all the way down to CHA. So watch for that trend line crack as well. SPY, watch for break of 5 day here. SPY, watch for break of 5 day. Real quick run up for AMD as well, team, real quickly. AMD just hit new high of day. Just barely, but just hit new high of day. Rolling up the trend line. AMD still up that damn trend line. That is crazy. That trend line's just rolling. Keep showing off my kids stuff, so I might as well, got this though. Got this yesterday for the kids, so they'll have this. The sisters now, because they are literally, or I say sisters, but might as well just call it mom and daughter. But we got Avery wanted dinosaur. She's wanted the dinosaur for her, and she wanted the bow tie collar. So we got the dinosaur bow tie. She's got a dinosaur collar on now, but we got both of these. This is the collar that they're gonna have. So that's gonna be their little bow tie collar that they'll have on. They don't have any really with the bigger dogs, but anyway, so that'll be the bow tie collar. Got the old bow tie leashes. She doesn't carry these at her store, and so she was like, oh my gosh, Sniff and Bark's so cute. They have really good stuff, as you can tell. She's like, I'd love to get some of those. I'm like, oh, get some. We'll get some Sniff and Bark, whatever, cool. And so you can see anyway. So yeah, this will be a cute little collar, or I should say leash to go with it. She's like, I like matchy. I was like, I didn't know if you did, or if you just wanted like a solid, color one to go with it. And she's like, no, I like matchy. And I was like, okay, matchy it is for the sisters. And on the buckles, you can get ingrained too, which is cool. On the collars, you got they're like almost like a tag. Their buckles, their name will be engraved on the buckle, and of course our phone number. So it'll be like a tag, but on the buckle. So the buckle will come engraved, and then like different fonts you can choose from, which is cool. Let's see here, and man, nice hoops to trade, killing it. Mal's killing it today. Hoops to trades, hoops. Hopefully everyone's going good. I get to love getting the text from you, boss. Honestly. Mean a lot to me, so I love when you guys reach out to me over and over, after talking with you guys and seeing any kind of progress. It's always it's beautiful to see. And of course, anyone that did read, trust me, it's been tough about beer. So any of you guys that have been reaching out or still check up on me, in chat, I love it. I appreciate it. Like, it does mean a lot. So if sometimes I'm ever short too, know that I'm just literally spending so much more time with my, with the dogs. And of course we have a puppy now, which he's been good, but so it's been hanging out with her, and been nice to just kind of take this time off with him and enjoy it for sure. But again, just reaching out to me, definitely appreciate it. 100%. Love you guys. See, VB, I've been stuck in a bad trade. Been holding since short since VWAP. I don't know what I was thinking. Should have walked out after a 3-0 win this AM. What you in right now, VB? You can let me know, and I can walk you through it. We can talk through it. I like doing that in case you ever want to do that. It's all right, though, VB. And that's why I love being up. That's why I love being up early in the morning. Just be done. Just done for the day. Get up one for one, 2 for whatever the setups are. Sometimes it is 5 for 5. I don't have a certain limit. I have to take this many trades, or I have to trade for the day. It's like if the setup's there, I'm going to trade it. Let's see. I'm down for the group Zoom shit. Let's see. I'll jump in. Any awesome. Yeah, hell yeah. Awesome, man. Any Zoom you want. I appreciate it, man. No, we'll definitely do that soon. I'll get that together. I'll find a day, because usually what we'll do is we'll do it like Thursday morning or something like that, or that's what we did last year. But this year, since I go live with you guys Thursday and Friday morning, I'll just block off a Wednesday morning and do it with you guys on Wednesday morning. So instead of doing one-on-ones with traders, I'll just block off a Wednesday, because I know I'm going to be back, because I've got I've got makeup day, I feel like a kid at school. I was out sick for a week, and I got a lot of homework to do. So I've got a lot of makeup, sessions over so I'm going to be booked up until that week, which I took the week off for our birthdays. I already blocked that off like a couple of weeks ago. We were going to go to Orlando. We could still go. We have a puppy now. We would much rather we'll go to Orlando. There'll be another chance to go. Main thing that would have been cool this year is that Friday is on Friday the 13th. And so we're going to go to Orlando to go to Universal, and the night of terror, or whatever the hell that thing's called, and then go to Universal during the day, of course, both, hit up all the parks, go to Orlando, or go to Disney, not all the parks, but all the Universal parks. I say all, except for the water, but you get my point. So I was like, man, I literally just about booked that. I'm like, now we're just, maybe by the time my birthdays come, we'd be in the state of mind to want to, but right now we're just like, no way, especially Avery, no way. I couldn't imagine then she'd just be leaving the dogs, and they're gonna, if I leave, I can just see what's gonna, something just come up from always thinking these crazy stories. Mal says, no, Tuesday. Okay, I work Wednesday morning. Oh, okay. We can do Monday mornings. We can do Monday morning too. Tuesday's the morning I always have to leave open for my traders, though. Find me 3 mornings in a row to do session with you. J-Web, cool. I will, boss. And I think you sent me an email earlier, J-Web. I'll get back to it. Said I like 3 a.m. So I'll find you 3 in a row. Opening bell, it seems like that's what you want. I'll find you 3 in a row, though, boss. I'll find you 3 in a row. I'll respond to that when I get done going live, and I'll book them, just so you know. I'll go right on in, and I'll book them for you. Let's see here. Fifey crack. Oh, she's influencing. Fifey getting close here, team. Fifey. Watch for that closed and open candles here. I have my 3-minute pulled up, so I would wait for that. I'm good. Monday morning. We'll do it like a Monday morning. I did that last year. I know Love Chip's around. Love Chip loved it last year. I know Mafia loved it last year. Super Buddy, Geek Bomb, Melissa May, I think was there too, even possibly. Of course, it was still all small caps that we were doing, but I'll still do those. But it's going to be now. We'll have large caps to add to it. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Just not October the 12th. Yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll try to get you in before I get my another little break in. I wasn't wanting this break, like last week. I wanted to stream live. I'll probably pin on, if we don't go anywhere, which we probably won't. If we do, it'd be like that weekend, like we leave on Friday the 13th, like for our anniversary, and go up to like the Ozarks or something. She loves Eureka Springs. It's so pretty there. Something to just chill her out and take some of the dogs. But yeah, boss, no, I've got you for sure. My point being, I'm probably going to stream live that week is my point. Like, I'll still be streaming live that week because I doubt we're going to go anywhere. So I'll still be doing like the lunch commentary. I'll still be doing the morning voice alerts that week. I won't stop that week. I'll still do those. The morning voice alerts. I'll still do my live, lunch commentary live on Thursday, Friday. Because I said I still want to do the Trade Every Alert Challenge October. And so what I'll probably do, even possibly that week, because I took off the week on one-on-ones. I do just want to chill, but I may stream more in the morning that week, So, let's see here. May have to do, what's this? So, oh my God, because someone's booked a lot of Tuesdays ahead of time and you literally said not the week of October 25th through the 31st. That's I can do what's so funny. I will say, oh, that's not the week of. I think I guess you leave somewhere October 25th. I was like, I literally have Monday the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th open. We could do still though, like say the end of this month, we could do like a month. We could do like Monday morning, first thing, opening bell. Tuesday, I already have someone at opening bell. We could do after opening bell, which is still fine. And then Wednesday, we could do, so we still get 3 days in a row. One just wouldn't be at opening bell, is the point. Let's see here. Is Spy going to rip? Let's see here real quickly. We'll go back to Hoops to Trade. Hoops to Trade. You think this is the bottom? Got hammered last 3 days. NFLX. I know it's Malice play too. Yeah, it has been getting hammered. Holy Hammertons. Oh my God. What a dump earlier. God, what a dump right before I went live. Wow. NFLX, what a super dump. I think it goes down some more. I bet we get down at least to four, like just a little lower than today's low, in my opinion. I think we'll see around 413, possibly down to 405, 407. Oh yeah, for sure. I could see it getting to 412. It's gonna get to about 413 in my opinion. I think it's to 413, at least to 413. Now after today's pullback, tomorrow could easily be a green. You know what I'm saying? You could see a green day 100%. So that may not happen, but I think we could get lower today into tomorrow, after hours and get to that 413 mark. Let's see, Grambo's Spy going to rip. It reminds me of so much the last few days, and if it does, Boss Grambo, I think we're getting what we got yesterday. Because we're at this point in the day, it reminds me of so much of Monday. It's Tuesday's doing the same thing. Wednesday's doing the same damn thing, but longer. Look at Monday. We can't break forever, and then finally we never break. Yesterday, we're failing, now we're failing, finally we do break. We've been failing for this for so damn long, so I think if we do break, we're only going to yesterday's high and essentially Monday's high. I don't think we get higher than that today. I just don't think we'll get higher than that. So rip $1. You'll rip $1. That's about it, in my opinion. Now, if we do get over that, that's where the rip will continue. Because everyone's, oh my God, we're through 440, we're through Monday and Tuesday's high, right? That's when we'll get to ripping more. But from here, I think we rip about $1. Got a J-Web. Let's see, go back to Rocket. I went over this one earlier. Rocket Mortgage. This is Rocket Pharmaceuticals. Let's see your downtrend. Right about right there. I'd get it a little tighter up top. There's your downtrend on Rocket Pharmaceuticals. So play that downtrend. And it did go down further. I talked about this one earlier. There's a trend line crack. Did come down more. The VWAP, right? Just those lower shadows and wicks everywhere kind of worries you in your trade a little bit more, and it takes a while for that methodical close and open candles to get down. If it stays in this downtrend, you're gonna hit at least I want to say 20, but I would say close to 20. Maybe you only get to 2020. Great TV show. It's lasted a long time. 2020 would be some if you stay in the downtrend. Watch for a big push off of it. It's what you're looking for. If you are in the short, you'd need that one. The more you sit here and just grind up against the downtrend, you're most likely to squeeze. And if you do squeeze, you are looking for a long. That's where I would look to go long over the downtrend. But plus the VWAP and 21 break. You brack. Remember the Brack show? Did anyone watch the Brack show back in the day? That was actually pretty damn funny. Downtrend break through the VWAP and 21. You got the pop up to say 21.50, 55. Through that to 22. Deutscher Momo. Deutsch. I feel like you're like Dutch. Yeah, Alex, good. Growing volume. Yes. I think you said that earlier, boss. Yeah, you said that. I think you did say that, boss. I remember that in Dex Lobby. I just didn't get to respond to it because I'm so back and forth with alerting. J-Web says Bike Weekend. I got to get to Jeep Week in Panama City Beach. I want to go drive my beach on the beach. I want to go drive my Jeep on the beach. Yeah, I think I said that right. But yeah, I want to go over there for Jeep Week. You got like everything in Panama City Beach. We got another Sean. Where's Sean at? Sean, maybe not chat. Sean, you around? Sean. He's over in, no, that's not Panama City Beach. He's in Daytona. It's Daytona that I want to go to. Daytona Beach for Jeep Week. Daytona, I think they got the same thing. Bike Week, Jeep Week, Geek Week, Perfume Week, Shoe Week, Trading Card Week, Dirty Belt Week. Don't know what the hell that one is, but I've seen it before. Dirty Belt Week. That's weird. But Gene, glad to see you back. Doing good, man. I've been back every day for lunch this week. Doing all right, It's well, is what it is. It's just it sucks, obviously, but I'm doing better, But just got another cry out before I went live earlier too. Literally right before I got in the shower. I was like, I gotta take a shower now. Not that I had to take a shower because I cried, but it's just running your head through the same things over and over and over again. It's just one of those things it just sucks, And then it just but it's the puppy. Wow, having Domino and having L together, and L, the change from L has been, like I said, it's puppy for sure. You can't bat that away. But the change from L has probably been the coolest and most awesome and best thing for Avery for sure. I would have gotten through it with, when getting the new pup, but L and the change has helped even me. I know it's helped me for sure, but helped. Oh my gosh, she just won't leave Avery alone. It's like Beerus now. It's like, who are you? Even though what happened? So it's awesome. So. But it's been making it, man. Each day getting better. That's why I'm waiting. This weekend I was even talking, texting you guys. I forgot who I was texting. It was Trader J. Trader J. I was texting Trader J. And I was saying, man, I can't wait for this. Like, I can't wait for this weekend. I can't wait for this weekend. Get another round of football in and the food. You're 2 weekends past now. Hopefully and Broncos can get back to looking. Come on. Sean Payton. What are we doing here? Come on. Anyway. But, come Monday, it'll be all right. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I've spent 2 great days and weekend away, eating burgers and cheeseburgers all night. But Vegeta, love the love, man. Love y'all's love, for sure, 100%. And you guys that have reached, like I said, reached out and continue to reach out, chat in here, wherever it's at. Love you guys. Man, let's say 370, y'all. Let's see. Could be, yeah. NFLX could keep dumping. That's what I'm like, man, I was just trying to be like today, but I'm like, overall on the run, it depends on where we stay at. This, though, the only thing with NFLX, I think we'll see a Green Day tomorrow. I would almost AK stamp of approval. We'll get some more pullback, and it's already starting to get my point. I would put AK stamp of approval we get a Green Day tomorrow. You go back and look in the history, 2 big red days, you go up. Big red day, up. 2 big red days, up. 1 big red day, up. That's 2 massive red days, back to a pretty decent area of, that what a lot of traders are going to see as support, right? So I think that's where we get down to, the supply area. Then from there, you crack that, which we could, right? You're not saying we're going to bounce up a lot, but if we ever crack this 400 mark, because you can see all that support at 400, another beautiful bounce pretty much at it. I wish I would have went long on NFLX, like, these pullbacks that we had and then bounces back up. We had some pretty nice bounces here recently, Tesla, NVDA. Now the pullbacks are coming in, so you can get another multi-day, multi-week move on some of these. But I agree. It could definitely come down to 380 overall in the end. But 400's key. Oh my gosh. You crack 400. I'd be looking at it that day, like, we cracked this area, team. I'm going to be looking for a short, like, oh man, this is going to be key. If we crack this is going to dump today. Mallow, 100%. Oh yeah, on Spy, yeah. Spy, it's like, it's just doing the same thing 3 days in a row. It's like, do something. Like, what are we doing here, man? It pays you out if you play the channel. It's just going to keep, but that's the thing. Then overall, like a lot of traders like me, it's like, now you have a massive account, you just sit there and just trade that all day, back and forth. That's all you do, and then when it finally burns you, like, say you're going to go for another short here, or add in for this last one because it didn't really reject and you didn't take your profit, and then finally you lose. But you made so much profit going back and forth here, you're fine with that one loss, But me, with $1 million account, no, not there, right? So, if your name's Jay Mazzini, you're just throwing millions around like Jay Mazzini over there in the Mazzini Academy, and you just know what you're doing. You got it, Myron. What's up there? There's Trader J right there. Yeah, Apple, and there you go. Apple, too, with the VWAP crack. Apple with the VWAP slowly starting to try to get a crack back right there through the VWAP. My VWAP's a little bit higher, actually, on Thinkorswim. You got it, Myron. Try Key West Fantasy Fest. All right. Key West. Oh, that's too far down for the Jeep. Oh, man, that's like a whole nother day's drive. I might as well, I guess, since we're all the way over at Daytona at that point. That's the one thing people don't realize about Florida. I do, knowing that I go down there. And like I said, kind of like my third home. Yeah, third home. But it's Arkansas, Texas, and Florida is the third most I've lived in is Florida. And, like, people don't realize, like, oh, yeah, you can drive down to Florida or Disney. I'm like, yeah, drive to Disney, huh? Yeah, that's a freaking massive truck, and like that's a trek. And so yeah, you don't realize even going down to Key West how much further that is from even just like Daytona, like right when you're, you know what I mean, where Daytona's at. Well, that's on the East Coast, but you get my point. You get to where you're gonna start heading down into that peninsula area, and you're like, wow, yeah, that's a trek. I would love to, though, honestly. I would love to. Massive Cat, just DCA. Let's see, our year. Vegeta, man, yes, you are, like I've talked about this before, G. That's every Cowboys fan. It's our year. It's our year this year. It's like every year it's your year. It's so funny. I'm like, I love it. Down there and give you guys, of course, I'm here in Arkansas. Majority are Cowboy fans. Of course, like I said, over the last few years now, these Chiefs fans, and I forgot who it was. It may have been Graham, but I forgot something. I forgot who was the chat, though, said they were Patriots fans before that. Some I know who were true Chiefs fans, and some in Northwest Arkansas, because we're really close to Kansas City. If you're in Northwest Arkansas, it's just a 3-hour drive or so up, just right up the interstate. But yeah, most are Cowboys fans, and so I love giving Cowboys fans the hate, because it's hard, for being on top for so long, and for most people and fans, like younger kids, they're not, you don't see a lot of, it's like most fans I know are like 25 to 30 at least minimum up, they're all 35, 40, 30, whatever, my age, 50 for sure, the older guys, and then they hating, they're hurting. I said they're hurting. They hating too, but you're hurting. The younger ones just I don't see, you see them, but it's mostly that, people born in, they got to see him in either the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. The 80s, they weren't that great, obviously. But, they got to see those Super Bowl runs and how great they were. I'm like, y'all haven't been that good in a long time. You've had some, some years here and there, but it's funny, though. I love it. It was Lobster Fest like a month ago. Lobster Fest. Yeah, I'd love to go down to not Daytona, but I'd love to go to Key West. I would love to go to Key West for sure. You kidding me? That'd be fun, especially with the Jeep. It'd be so beautiful down there for sure. I can't imagine how cool that would be. I'll just eventually, when we're balling, what I'd rather do is just obviously Trader J's got one. I'm gonna get one from Trader J maybe, but I want to get that RV, and I want to be. We've already got Jeeps, so what Jeep we want to take? Now, real quickly. Because, and I haven't Googled this, and this is kind of a dumb / funny question. So, Trader J, anyone else help me out that has either has towed vehicles or they towed vehicles. When those tires are on the road, and you're like it's on the, it's on, it's like you have your RV and it's you're towing it, and it's just all those. Does that rack up miles on your tires so that's less miles on your tires? Even though you don't have gas down, like I'm always like, hold on. So you're putting all those miles on your tires? It's not, I know it's not miles on your actual vehicle and engine, but is it miles on your tires? So like, say you had 35,000. Okay. I'm just making sure, J-Web. I was like, I'm just making sure. I know it's kind of a dumb / but I just wanted to verify. I was like, it's got to, right? Because I used to work for a tire, when I say tire company, but I changed tires. But I never asked that, because we had to change out trailer tires, and one would pop. That happens a lot. I'm sure you guys with trailers, if you have a actual trailer that you're towing equipment on or whatever it might be, or a boat, maybe possibly. Those trailer tires like to pop a lot. Not pop a lot, but they'll, they pop decently here and there. Anyway, but I just want to make sure. I was like, they do lose tread just like a normal tire, correct? Like, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, man, I love it. But yes, thank you for everybody. I figured it was normal wear on the tire. I just wanted to verify. So yeah, now I'm like, damn. Like, damn, I don't want to. It's just tires, in the end. But yeah, I'm like, okay, now I've got to think about that. Which Jeep do I want to tow? Or I'm just going to be a baller and just get a trailer and just put it on a trailer because I want to save the miles on my tires. I don't know. Renard, what's the question here? Yeah, it's about like that, right? The question, Renard, was, and it's probably a good question for some that may not know, if you are towing a vehicle and said vehicle in tow is on the ground pavement with tires rolling, does said tread on tire wear normally? It does. I just wanted to make sure it did. I didn't know, but I figured. But yeah, I didn't know if you're towing a vehicle, if that the tire tread would actually wear as it normally would. It does. Verification from J-Web, Hoops to Trade, Vegeta, and Trader J. They must have all done this before. Or maybe Googled it like me and like, man, is this... Hold on here, I've seen this all the time. Is this... I've always wanted to Google that, but I never have. I'm like, well, let's just ask. And see, there you go. There's me being transparent and a human. I don't know everything. I'm pretty goofy. pretty damn goofy, and I'll ask some goofy questions. And I want to know, I'm like a cat. Like, I got to know these weird, stupid little things that, who cares anyway. Main reason I do kind of want to know is because I do want to get an RV one day. And then said, back to that, take that RV and Jeep down to Daytona or stop at the condo in Florida, whatever, or you know what I'm saying. Prop up there because you can put the RV in the back and then just go up to the condo if you want to. Be that rich person. Like, they have their RV at their condo? Bastards. Like, yeah, well, you know, we got 13 dogs. We can't bring all the dogs up to the condo, so we got to keep said dogs in the RV. That's why we go up to the condo and enjoy the condo views every once in a while. And just to get away from 100 animals and, you know, maybe have a little fun and stuff. Anyway. But no, we talked about that before. We'll be those assholes. I'm like, well, you know, here's the reason why. Let's go into here. And it'll be like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I barely opened the door, and that's why we have 37 animals with us. You didn't get to see the bunnies. We brought those as well. And the cats are in there too, because we're going to be gone for about 4 weeks here on our way down to Daytona, then to Orlando, and then to Key West. So please do not knock on our RV. There was like a sign on our RV out front, like in the big, you know, it's a big parking lot. Do not knock. Lots of animals. They will attack you. Yeah, probably a little bit less without passenger weight. Bernard, yeah, exactly. Yeah, nothing in it. Exactly, yeah, without all the stuff in it. 100%, but yeah, I got you. As if you were driving the Jeep. If getting technical, you don't have the power from. Gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, I got you. I figured, though. I figured regardless, because it's hitting that pavement and you're putting, well, thousands of miles. It depends on, of course, you're in an RV. You're probably traveling a good distance, like 1,000 miles overall, depending on where you're going to and from. You know, round trip is my point. Hell, you go to. Let's just Google that. Let's just Google it from where we're building our home from. Let's just Google it. We'll go 44 Timber Creek Drive. Now you all know this isn't my address, but pretty much know you now know the street I live on. Ward, Arkansas to Key West, Florida. What do we got here, team? All right, let's do a guess. No one's been able to see it. I can't even see it. No one's been able to see it. Let's guess. No one else Google it right now. 3, 2, 1. Everyone put a guess in. How many hours? I'm gonna go 19. I'm going 19. 19 hours and 3 minutes. Let's see what we get here, team. Oh! Price is Right. I'm killing it. Price is Right. I'm killing it. I'm killing on Price is Right. I'm only an hour off. Bammy, baby. That was pretty good. I was doing the guesstimation because I know what it takes to get to here, but we're going out here and going down, so it's got to be faster than going here to here. Anyway. Yeah, come on. Yeah, right. Hey, this isn't my first round of The Price is Right. You can ask Avery. I'll bring her in here. She's like, what's my favorite television game show? She's going to tell you. It's on almost every day. Hasn't been recently. It will be on next week to get me happy. It just gets me happy in the morning before I go live with you guys. You know, I'll trade. I'm happy. I go watch a little Price is Right, even happier. You know, again, rest in peace, Bob Barker. I mean, that's 3 days almost in a row. Bob Barker. It was Jimmy Buffett, Bob Barker, and then Beerus. Like, what the... Well, come on. Talking about things coming threes. The Jeep going to the wheels. Gotcha. And it got you traded, especially at 392. Oh, right. Yeah, because especially the way I drive, especially here recently, in which I'm hammering it. You know, I try to, you know, not, but just to make you feel better, and that noise of the exhaust, it's just like, it puts a little smile on your face. You know, when you need a smile on your face, go drive a Jeep Wrangler 392. You're gonna get a smile on your face, especially ours. All the windows go down, the back windows pop out, and then we have that one-touch sky top that just comes all the way back. And so, like yesterday, I was out. I drove it for a minute. It's beautiful. J-Web 12. Oh man, I wish it was 12 J-Web. I would be going down to Key West from Little Rock, from our place in Arkansas. I'd say Little Rock, but essentially it's Arkansas, Little Rock. Now you can see Key West. That's a drive, 20 hours. That's why you'd almost want to make a multi-stop out of it. Go to Daytona maybe and do something there for a minute because you're right there, right? You can just get off the interstate. Maybe stop at Orlando for a minute or two, or if you depends on what you're doing. But definitely have to make at least a stop. And why I can't wait to get Trader J's RV and then tow said Jeep. And we'll have our fun on the way down to anyone who wants to join us. I'll let you know when I'm heading down. It'll be the Smith family road trip. That's right, and you guys can join me. Wherever I'm at, I'll let you know. I'll send you my location in the chat. Tesla pushing back up here. Look at Tesla's little move back up here overall. Nice little trend line. Actually stayed intact. Queenie, I hear you. Not much longer and I'm done, boo-boo. See, this is my, I told you by the time it's over now, the lab, my girl that's always with me and attached to me, literally, which is funny, I'm the Dane person, got Avery into Dane. She even said that crying the other day. She's like, thank you so much for introducing me to these guys. And I'm like, I thought she meant our dogs. And I'm like, man, she is losing it. Like, I'm like, you mean our dogs? And she was like, she's like, no. She like kind of laughed. She's like, the Great Danes. She's like, I love Great Danes. Let's see, Spy still going. Yeah, Spy still going. I got Spy right here. Spy still going. It's barely broke over that 447.50 mark. 5 minute, candlestick confirmation just occurred. Looking like we may get that move now up to 448 here. Tesla, I would say overall, if we hold 372, 372.85, 372.85 area, this will pop up and test that high of day mark. They're talking to her nickname is Dommy, so kind of like Dom. Sometimes we call her Dom or Dom, but of course that always reminds me of Fast and Furious. But she's named after Domino from Deadpool 2, but she's calling her Dommy and Dommy the Bommy, Dommy the Bommy, Dommy the. I just hear her and they're talking to her. It's cute. Finally, FFIE coming down a little bit here. All you small cap traders out there, finally starting to come down a little bit here. And this is why I was like, I'm done. I'm not trading today. I'm seeing a little bit too much chop in my opinion from these plays. I'm not going to trade them. The last good play we had, and it's been slow and steady since we broke out. AMD, right up. Okay, we're rigging out and then back down. We did hold it, and then we finally back up, but not much higher than where we were earlier. SPY finally breaking now. Right, so I'm done. I'm not gonna worry about trying to force one of these trades. Let today go by. Go hang out with Dami Kabami. All the damn dogs. Made like a big pallet in the living room too with our couch. So we just got this massive like jungle gym from the couch to like a big pallet in front of it that we made. And so it's just like all the dogs are loving it in there. Crazy too about the 392 team. It's coming up on a year since I got it. Got it literally almost a year ago. So that year anniversary, we've had it for almost a year. The 392. Oh, Zilla. Oh, Zilla. And we were going to get a new one. I don't know if you got, we talked about that. It was almost going to be another thing I was going to do. I was going to get upgrade. They have I guess they're doing them for one last year, and they just got, the 2024 Jeep Wranglers just came out with the new updated, a little bit different look. Not much different, really, for the most part. And the screen, the main thing is the screen on the inside. I was like, oh man, new big screen. Blah, blah, blah. They have red interior. I'm like, you're going to go red interior? Only one option? I was like, I'm not doing that. And we're actually going to do a different color. We're going to have we already named it. It was going to be Nightcrawler. Like, we literally already named it. We thought Zilla, we're going to have our one year run with Zilla. Order the Nightcrawler. I guess it'd probably about 2 years or so by the time Nightcrawler came in. But trade Zilla in, get Nightcrawler, and then be done. Done. Because I wanted the very last one that was made. Which ours is still going to be super rare, but I'm like, red interior? Who wants, not many people. I showed it off in chat. I'm like, who wants red interior on a Jeep Wrangler? Yee. Do not want all red seats. I'm literally going to see if they've updated that to see if it's still red on the inside. And it is. Like, how are you going to have red on your Jeep? Like, I'm sorry, but had the nice new big screen, which is really pretty too. That's why I wanted it, really, was this right here. This big guy. It's nice, big, wide now. Just nothing. This is all the same. The only thing that's different is the inside. And the inside, it's like all red stitching. Red interior. I'm just baffled on why they would do this. And then even on the red interior, they put red stitching on red interior. I don't want that on a Jeep. I mean, maybe with certain colors, but then you look at the colors they have. This is the color we're going to do. We're going to do this really, the limited Earl color. They've done it for a little bit. Really pretty colors. Really pretty. But But that doesn't look good. All you want an all red Jeep, just red and all red. Better be a Georgia Bulldog or an Arkansas Razorback fan. I got to tell you that much. That with the red interior, yeah, throw up. Zilla with red interior, throw up. That with red interior, who threw up on the Jeep? I don't know. To me, maybe white would be good. Black would be fine with the red interior, and then maybe this color. You know, that's it. If you don't order one of those three, that red interior is clashing hard, in my opinion. Just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm like, man, I was wanting to get Earl 2, little Nightcrawler. Anyway, it is what it is. The wheels are a little bit different this year. There's not much different. But here you see the bronze accent. See the bronze toe hitch? The bronze accent around the Rubicon. That's bronze around it. Bronze around the 392. They just dropped all the bronze on the inside. Like mine now has this cool bronze stitching. This is a black seat with bronze stitching throughout. You know, it's super pretty. Bronze stitching up here. Why? Where did that go? Why drop the what? Ugh, all red. Oh well. Just kind of want to complain about that just one last time and verify that they didn't add a different color for the interior. Hoops to trade. Jeeps are cool, but no leg room, bro. Yeah, it depends on where you're at. Depends on if, like, you're talking about Jeep Wrangler. Don't say Jeeps, because everyone says Jeeps. That's a Jeep Wrangler. I love how everyone, it's like, I drink soda. What soda do you drink? Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Coke. That's a Jeep Wrangler. Jeep Wrangler, I would say, back room, but the front has plenty of room. I mean, I'm 6'3" and I've got plenty of leg room. Now you're talking about a Jeep Grand Cherokee L, the Jeep, the Wagoneer. You got room through. You got so much room in those. But the Wrangler, you have a 4-door. I could maybe see there's not enough room. Definitely not enough for the back seats. There's just not. There's not enough people for back seat. I mean, unless you want to scoot up a little bit closer. I mean. But again, it's not really made for those in the back seat. I mean, forget those people. It's about people in the front seat. You know, I'm on the drive. I'm driving my Jeep. There's plenty of room for me, though. Yeah, Wrangler. But that's the thing. That's why you got to get the one-touch top. You know, that's why you got to get that one-touch top, baby. You get that one-touch top, and you can just have that touch back or the top back all the time. This is what we have on ours. Let's see here. I'll show you guys so you can see the top on it. So it has this top right here, the one-touch top, and so you can see, but you can see it goes all the way back. Oh man, I'm telling you, head can stick out the roof, bro. You can just be hanging around with your head out the roof if you want to. But yeah, these are plenty of, in my opinion, the 4 doors for the front people, 100% enough room. I'm 6'3", but yeah, back people, there's not enough. There's not. Now this does get in your way a little bit. I get what you're saying, like. You know, if you don't want to be back and you do want to sit a little closer, this cluster area where it comes down, this does kind of get in your knee way a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But this guy right here, let me show you my baby. This other baby right here. This is where it's at for me. Now you can get the 3-row. I don't need no damn 3-row. I got that 2-row right here, baby. This right here. Ooh, we'll go with 2024, sure. What the hell? Got to go down here to the Summit Reserve. This is my baby. Ooh. Man, let me check out the interior on this one for you guys. Let's just check this out. I'm telling you. Leg room for days. Got this passenger, got a screen over here. You know, heads up display, can't really see it, but this is where it's at right here. Massive, whatever you're gonna call it, moonroof, sunroof. This is actually suede, the suede liner. This is all suede up top. You know, soft touch now. That's my jam right here. Heated, cooled seats in the front and back. Massage seats in the front. Sorry, in the back, you ain't getting massage seats. I'm sorry. We're working on it. Yeah, the Wrangler, I'll agree. It's not that's a Wrangler, Jeep Wrangler. Do this right here too. But here's why you get a Jeep Wrangler. You know, this isn't like, I know some people do, they like just having them for a daily. I don't want to have it for a daily. I mean, Avery got it for a daily. I mean, I don't know if I want to have it for a daily, but I mean, hey, more power to you. Oh my gosh, this is a purple one. This is why you get it. This is why you get it right here, baby. This is exactly why you get it.
Hey, crew.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Pardon me while I relocate some water.
And you can hear how fast he was going. Listen to the exhaust. This is why you get a 390. This is why you get a Jeep. Well, again, this is a 392, but this is why you get a Jeep Wrangler.
Hey, crew. I'll get the key.
B ports 2A, 2C. It
Oh,
also means a
that
standard
purple.
factory body color hardtop.
Ooh.
This one is the optional Scott.
See, this is the screen I have now. See, look at the interior now.
Analog gauges, tack on the left, speed on.
See the seats?
Manually adjusting for the slot in bronze. On
See that? Look how gorgeous that is. How you gonna leave that behind for all red on red? Huh?
the seat
What?
Manually.
What? There's the, I think this, yeah, this has that one touch top, so you'll eventually get to the one touch top. I don't know if they talk about the one touch top in here. Here we go.
Bid. Headroom. The reason more meshing here. We'll show you a clip with roof up so you can see that I still have great headroom. Here in the middle are your air vents.
Anyway.
You got your window.
But yeah, this is,
It's quite lovely.
city driving is badass, I will say.
Off the line. Here goes.
Look at that lift.
To avoid, then again, we're going to be doing some serious speeds.
But look at what you can do here. Like, the capability of these 392s, team. I mean, they're stupid. These things are stupid off-road. It'll take me 2 or 3 years to get to that point with Zilla, but then you can just, you can like floor it. I mean, you can just fly.
Built with the same intention.
Look at this. Look at
Oh,
this.
we'll also do a little bit of sliding as well.
I mean, look at the cliff and look how look, he is. I mean, I say floor. He is flying. He's going 30 miles an hour. Look at the turns, and there's a drop.
This is compared to the Raptor. I am finding myself more cautiously looking out for deep ruts. It's the fact that without
Independent front suspension. Yeah.
that noise, though,
Yeah. You can't.
is intoxicating.
That exhaust literally is intoxicating, 100%. Let's see, Deutsch. Let's see, stock behavior question. Hoth, how does a direct offering lay down the price like this? 1 million shares at 28, drop it 208. Anyone? Oh, and also thoughts on it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think a lot of the reason why when people see, and it's usually directly tied to that Deutsch. And hopefully I'm saying that right. You know, I know it's Deutscher Momo. So Deutsch, is that good? I'm saying it close to right. I really just, when you see an offering come out, that typically is what's going to happen is the stock is just going to plummet. It scares traders away. They typically don't want to mess with that ticker. What I would do is wait for the first green day. And you know you're going to get usually a typically big day. And it looks like it's going to come now into tomorrow. So let this settle out for the rest of the day. But this 210 to about 195, look for a bounce play off of this right here for a push back into 210, and if you get back through 210, you know, this area, and you can tell because this should be support. We're trying our hardest to hold this area right here, this upper shadow that's, you know, was once support for about a month or so. Well, we crack below that, that's going to be resistance now. So that would be your first target, and if we got back through that, then that's your indicator that you are going to go up from more. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I can't really break down the specifics of exactly, you know, and there are traders that do that. And like, I'm not worried. I'm not in these type of trades, right? I don't really care about figuring them out. I got enough of my brain already up here and the dumb questions like, hey, so when you're towing a Jeep on an RV, I'm losing tire tread. You know, anyway, so I leave my dumb questions for there, you know, because I don't trade these tickers. I trade tickers with momentum, with volume, that are moving, that have either no news like large cap plays, but have great setups, technically sound setups, or I'm trading news on plays in the morning, but again, then waiting for a technically sound setup. And so here, if I was even looking to trade this, which I probably wouldn't have been, most likely because the movement's not there, would have been like, hey, crack of 2, you know, that's me. I wasn't the person, because remember, like the guy brought up the Jay Mazzini guy, you know, all these different people and what they do and how they teach. Well, he didn't teach anything. He was a scammer. But there were people back in the day, bull trading, I forgot what their group name was, but they were real technical when it came to actually the technicals of the company, not the actual chart. And so, and they would break down the chart, but then it would be like, well, this company has, you know, blah, 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 year on year over this. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. There's got to be a different way to trade, you know. And I knew because there were other traders that had support, resistance, supply, demand, and they just were, you know, based it charting and charting and charting. And so I was like, I'm not going to get into all the fundamentals of it all, you know, when it comes to the trading and the specifics. I'm like, I just want to break down the charting. If I can break down the chart and trade chart with momentum and volume, I should be able to trade essentially all day. Oh man, I forgot our high momentum scanner has been dragged down. That was my bad. You got it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it, Deutsch. No, the month Gotcha was just planning on that tomorrow. So being watching the monthly support. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, you're good. No, yeah, and just one of those things. At first, you have to find what you're good at. And so me at first, it was that, and it was finding the charting, finding bounce plays, trading those bounce plays. That's where it was at for me, you know. And so in that, because I tracked and journaled, and so I realized it was bounce plays. At first, I tried everything, breakouts to this to that. Kind of swung trades here and there too to kind of get around the small account like you're doing with the PDT rule, or just to, you know, just so that was just, you didn't have to worry. It seemed like losing funds for X amount of time, you know. And so I'd swing trade sometimes. I just, after I tracked and journaled, I figured out what I was good at, and it was bounce plays. And I was like, okay, you know, I'm good at this. I need to stick to this, because if I stick to this, I actually can probably, you know, make some profit and become a decent trader. Like I said, I've laughed about this so many times. I know, I would imagine most of you guys have heard of Steven Ducks. You know, he's a really good shorter, been around for a while. He's younger. Well, I say he's older now, but he's still younger. But he was super young when I first started, you know, trading in 2016, 17, 18. But he's, you know, he's super big in shorting. And I was like, I'll never short. That's because all I did was go long. I didn't care about shorting. I was on Thinkorswim too, right? I couldn't short really for the most part. And you know, like, you do that, I'll do me, right? Here, look at me now. But there are some traders that stick to that. You know, like I know there's certain traders that just, they don't ever go long. They always go short. They'll always go long and they never go short. You know, I want to do both. I know if I can go both, because you can make money both ways, you have more opportunity to make money. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things that I tell a lot of traders, I'm telling you, got to track, journal, and track and journal, you know, big time. You've got to do that. You've got to go over your trades daily, go over other trades. Why did I take the trade here? Why did I say this was a stop loss? Why did I write this down as the target? That, you know, or, oh my God, I killed it. That was the target, you know. Oh, why did I play this trend line crack? Look at this trend line crack here. Why did I trade this breakout? Look at this breakout here, you know. Oh, I killed this bounce play. Or why did I take this bounce play? Hell, there's the bounce, you know. And so always going over those trades at the end of the day and in the rest of the chart and other tickers that move that day, that have technically sound movement, and you're going to start breaking down charts and understanding. Or this, if it ends up being like stock or stuff like this, and you're that, kind of comes back to the overall, you know, in the technicals of the company, essentially, so to speak, not the actual chart. You can do that as well, which that's why I just would track and journal. You know, got in stock A at this time, this many shares. Got out of stock A at this time and this many shares, for a downtrend break. And then right beside that, I went for a downtrend break, you know, for a move to here and this, that, and the other. Those are my stop losses. These are my targets, you know, and definitely put the time in there. I got in A at this time and this many shares, right? This time, this many shares. And it's all wrote down. Stock A at this time and this many shares. Yeah, that's right. I'm just making sure. That's the main thing you need to worry about. So you can go back and be like, hey, 747, I traded stock A, and I got in at, oh, what price you got in? That was the other thing. And what price you got in. So, hey, I got in at stock A at 747 at $3.62 with 500 shares. I got out of stock A at 757, you know, at this price, you know, and maybe you scale out. And so write your scale out, you know, and then in the end, like I said, beside that, put what the setup was and what your thought process for the most part was. So you can go back over later and go, okay, yeah, I remember that. You know, you'll remember most of it usually, but it just helps clarify. What was my stop loss? What was my target? Why was this my stop loss? Why was this my target? And break that down. Why? Break down the whole entire chart. Break down other charts. And then do a secondary journaling system where at the end of the week you go back through those setups. Because like I said, beside each trade you'll put bull flag break, bull flag or whatever, downtrend break, bounce play, whatever it is. And the far left hand side you're just gonna put WL, right? Whatever it is, win or loss. And so in that secondary journaling system, you want to go through and track your wins and losses for the week. But not only that, what was the setup in them? So let's go back through my downtrend breaks. Let's go back through my trend line cracks. Let's go through my bounce plays and then see what were my wins and losses and count those up. You do that for a month or two, like I did. I was like 2 months in. Sucks at first, and 2 months seems like it's taking forever to get by, but 2 months, we all know, does fly by. 6 to 8 weeks in, you're going, the hell am I trading at? What am I trading this setup for? You know, I even did the time, you know, first 30 minutes, after 30 minutes. Realize, why am I trading the first 30 minutes? A lot of traders to start off with just can't trade it. Too much volume, too much movement, just can't focus. And so you need to wait for 30 minutes or so for a pure setup to form. When that forms, then you can attack. Purely what I wait for day in, day out. Technical setups, technically sound plays. If I find them, I attack them. I will be going live tomorrow, so come over if you want to watch me trade live and what I'm looking for, what you should be looking for. on a day in, day out basis. I try to walk, traders through trades, small cap to large cap. I'm letting you know ahead of time where you should be getting in, why you should be getting in, where you should be looking for, where you should be getting out at, what should be your stop loss. I will walk you through 100%. Even if you're not trading what I'm trading, I will walk you through it. So I'm going live tomorrow, team. Don't forget my stream, my lobby will be up about an hour before the opening bell. My commentary starts about 10 minutes before the opening bell. Trade live with you guys for about 30 to 45 minutes tomorrow morning. Come on over. Let's make some money. You guys have a great rest of your day. Deutsch. See you tomorrow morning, hopefully, boss. Marty Z. Hoops to trade. His tall ass. Renard. Loves some Jeeps because he said I'm only 5. Anyway, Mala. VB. Anyone else? J Web. Trader J. Anything else, team? Anything else? Vegeta. Grambo. J Web. I think I got everyone that's been over here for the past hour or so. Melissa. Myron. Rainbow Bins. Anyone else, team? Y'all good? Have a good rest of your day, team. See you all back here tomorrow morning. Don't forget, rock. And like I said, for the rest of the day, be careful with these trades. You can tell it's a little bit choppy. Even again here with the SPY, right? Let's go back to AMD on the breakout over this. And then boom, here we go back down. So we could be getting some pullbacks here to the end of the day. And then these may not be that massive. And they reverse here and then come back up. So be careful trading for the rest of the day. Take your profit if you're up for the day. And I would say be done. You're green for the day. Wait for tomorrow. I hope tomorrow is, and again, like I just said, more technically sound and a little less choppy out. Awesome, Deutsch. Yeah, exactly. And I love having people from different countries in here, for 100%. I'm about to have a good afternoon. I'm about to eat some food. I haven't eaten today. I usually don't eat till I get done streaming live. Love you guys, Lost Boys, Lost Girls. Have a good rest of your day. And until tomorrow morning, team, let's get it in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 3, 2. Big bang! See you back tomorrow, team.
looking better, baby. Just passing through.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no. And this is what I should have said. Touchdown brings me round again. Well, I thought it, but I can't dead head. No, no, no.
Drums, please.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove that soothes and moves romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix. And if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run a rhyme and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause it's summertime. School is out and it's sort of a buzz. But back then I didn't really know what it was. But now I see what happened is the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot and girls are dressing less and checking out the fellas to tell them who's best. Riding around in your Jeep or your Benzos, or in your Nissan sitting on Lorenzo's. Back in Philly, we be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody go. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Honking at the honey in front of you with the light eyes. She turn around and see what you beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with a pen and pad I compose this rhyme to hip you and to get you equipped for the summertime. It's late in the day and I ain't been on the court yet. Hustle to the mall to get me a short set. Yeah, I got on sneaks, but I need a new pair. Cause basketball courts in the summer got girls there. The temperature's about 88. Hop in the water plug, just for old time's sake. Break to your crib, change your clothes once more. Cause you're invited to a barbecue to start at 4. Sitting with your friends as y'all reminisce about the days growing up and the first person you kiss. And as I think back, makes me wonder how the smell from a grill can spark up nostalgia. All the kids playing out front, little boys messing around with the girls playing double dutch. While the DJ spinning a tune as the old folks dance at your family reunion. Then 6 o'clock rolls around. You just finished wiping your car down. It's time to cruise, so you go to the summertime hangout. It looks like a car show. Everybody come looking real fine, fresh from the barbershop and fly from the beauty salon. Every moment frontin' and maxin', chillin' in the car, they spend all day waxing. Leaning to the side, but you can't speed through 2 miles an hour, so everybody sees you. There's an air of love and of happiness, and this is the Fresh Prince's new definition of summer madness.